With this video, I aim to show you every single compromise that I have found so far with the Blue Yeti Nano, ranging from the unboxing and going all the way up to the software. Blue Yeti Nano's unboxing is pretty good on the outside, but as we start to tear into it, you can kind of see on how bad it really is. Pretty much all the pull tabs are too close to each other, and the box's cardboard is pretty cheap, as the main inside broke off. So that's not really that good to see, but at least it's got food. And it also does come with a bunch of different manuals, like one for Blue Sherpa, which is kind of discontinued now. And it does come with an instruction manual, Espanol, phone, and here is the microphone itself. It was pretty tight in packaging, but it looks really good here. But I kind of want to move on to a nicer area. The phone itself, it's pretty small, going in at 9 inches tall with the stand, with it being 6 inches without it. Because the microphone is this small, with it being 6 inches tall, you can definitely tell that there's a lot of room reverb, even though there shouldn't be, and that it sounds as if I'm a lot further away from the microphone, even though the microphone is just that far away. And if I were to bring it up closer, I can actually really see it, with it distorting as I get close. And this is condenser microphone, meaning that you gotta have it as close to your mouth as you possibly can. Which, for a microphone that is that small, it's kind of hard. And look, it's literally the same size as travel wet wipes from NXT. And let's go back to the feature stuff, because it's pretty rich in features that you really don't need. On the microphone itself, it does have a volume knob, which is pretty nice, and a mute button along with it. But one thing that I hate about it is if you go to the bottom, it does have a 3.5mm jack and a micro USB port, but that volume knob controls the headphone output, which sucks. And on the back of it, we actually do have a pattern switcher, which basically what I mean by a polar pattern switcher is that this microphone has two polar patterns, an omnidirectional polar pattern and a cardioid polar pattern. So cardioid is pretty much alt sound that is going this way, while omnidirectional would be alt sound that is going all around the microphone. So we've talked about the unboxing and we've talked about the hardware features that the microphone has, but what about the software? Is that any good? Well, let's find out, because you might actually be surprised to find out that the software is pretty good, but it's missing some key features. Blue's software is actually relatively good for what it's giving you. So it used to be powered by Blue Sherpa, which was a really underpowered software that really didn't get the love that it needed. So when Logitech swept up and bought out Blue, they wanted and to incorporate it inside of Logitech's G Hub. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at for the software side. Once we actually first get into it, you can actually see that there is a panel here where you can select multiple different Logitech devices. But you see, I only have the Yeti Nano because that's the only good Logitech device they have. And it's not even Logitech, so you know it's good. So let's go ahead and click on that. And here you can actually see that you can set up a high pass, which allows frequency information to pass through filter at the target frequency and roll off all audio below the target. So basically what that means is it will be able to help you eliminate all of that sss and rumble from a recording if it is below a certain frequency, which you can see the frequencies by the voice EQ, which this is the first compromise. One of the things I hate about the software is the fact that there's no visuals for the EQ. And they have visuals for the input and master volume, which, and yes, that's nice. I'd rather want to see a EQ visualizer rather than this. So if we go into here, you can actually see that you can customize a little bit more of it, like where each frequency starts at. If you don't know what you are seeing for the frequency, there's really no point in adjusting this section because you don't know on what to adjust if there's really no way to see it. So with the EQ, there's a lot more than just this equalizer page. You see there's also a signal cleanup page, which here you can actually view the noise reduction, which I should enable, a noise gate, a compressor, a de-esser, a depopper, and a limiter. So basically what all these do is these are effects that go onto the microphone to help eliminate all unwanted noise. But these effects do come at a caveat. You see, these effects are all VSTs, or virtual sound technologies, where they all run on the computer itself and not on the microphone. The microphone does not have a built-in DSP, or digital sound processor, to process all of this. So it gets sent out to the software where you can actually go ahead and customize it. But that actually kind of lets you do some cool things with it. Like, for instance, you can have some voice effects. Along with NVIDIA's broadcast, the voice effects pretty much are what you would see in the NVIDIA broadcast application, but instead inside of G-Hub, though I run a 1050 Ti, so I can't really use it. But I wish that they would have added that visual effects to it. And you wanna know what else I wish that they would add? A subscribe button to the channel, along with a like and a notification bell. Because that would help out me out a lot, and that also make you join my Discord at the links below, where I will be ending the video off here and promoting videos that I've recently released here, and my playlist of live streams here. Goodbye! Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This video took a long time to actually make because of all the B-roll that I've shot, because of the dead GPU that crashed while I was recording this section, and a whole lot of other things in between. So, yeah, this is a fun video that I had to make that took weeks to do. So after you guys, make sure to like,